This answer key set is for the 2006 test, even though it says Science 9 released 2008 English. It's actually the 2006 one. Okay, I'm not too sure why it comes up that way, but it did. So for number 11, it's asking you which of the following word equations represents this equation. Okay, so Mg, magnesium, that's the same throughout. CuO, copper and oxygen makes copper oxide. Okay, not oxide copper, so let's cross that one out. And then we're not too sure if it's copper oxide, or copper 2 oxide or not, but it doesn't really matter because it is, because 2 minus charge and 2 plus charge balance out to have no atoms listed here. But this says just copper, right? So copper's on that side. Okay, so it's C for sure. But let's double check. Magnesium oxide. Magnesium has a 2 plus charge. Oxygen has a 2 minus charge. Swap and drop. Lowest common denominator means you only have one of each, and then there's copper solid. So that one for sure. Okay, and when you're talking about the charges, they're right here, if you weren't sure. Okay, oxygen 2 minus, magnesium 2 plus, and I forget the other one. Yeah, magnesium and copper. It doesn't say copper in this piece of the periodic table they gave you. Okay, so in this chemical formula, we have one giant carbon atom and 4 little hydrogen ones. How do we know it's hydrogen? Right? Hydride. And then tetra means 4. Okay, so just by looking at this, we know that we have 1 carbon and 4 hydrogens. This would be tetracarbon monohydride, tetracarbon trihydride, tricarbon tetrahydride. Okay, so B. Looking at these experiments that involve mixtures, okay, it's saying you're adding a white powder to water, so like baking soda or something, and gas is given off. That's cool. Okay, so that's going to be a chemical change. A solution's heated up and boils. Okay, vaporizes, solutes left in the beaker. Great. That's how distillation works. Okay. Then we can reverse that, right? We could condense our vapor later and get that liquid back. Okay, the solvent. Yellow powder is added to water. Okay, sulfur maybe. The powder dissolves. Great. Again, we could evaporate our solvent to get our solute back. And so they're reversible, right? This one and this one so far. A pure solution is added to another pure solution, and a powder appears at the bottom of the beaker. So a precipitate is formed. Something new is created. Okay, so which ones had physical changes was 2 and 3. Let's see if that's on our list. Yep. Okay, and the chemical changes would have been 1 and 4. That would have been that if they asked if it was fixed chemical changes. Okay, 14. The chemical formula for iron chloride is FeCl2. Okay, because iron has a 2 plus charge. Fluorine has a 1 minus charge. And we want to swap and drop those to balance out our charges. Where did it go? Here we go. Okay. So what's the question actually asking? Total number of atoms in 1 molecule of iron chloride. Okay, so 1 of iron, 2 of chlorine, there's 3 total. So I got all fancy with the charges there for no reason. That's okay. Okay, so out of what the examples are showing, I've got to turn that timer off. Thank you. And yes, out of the examples that are showing here, which one is true? Does fluorine have 6 protons? No. Carbon has 6 protons. Fluorine has 9. Does carbon have 20 protons? No, it has 6. And it doesn't have 20 on there. Okay, 20 I believe is calcium. And sodium atoms can have 16 protons. No, sodium atoms have 11 protons. Phosphorus atoms have 15. Yes, they do. Okay, so the atomic number, that's how many protons and electrons you have. To get neutrons, if they were asking about neutrons, you would take the atomic mass minus the atomic number. So it would be 7 minus 3 would be 4 neutrons for lithium. Okay, which one on this list is the least reactive? Okay, so we know noble gases don't react. Let's go see if any of them are noble gases. Chlorine, nope. Halogen. Okay, sodium, nope. Alkali metal, those both react a lot. Argon, noble gas, there we go, non-reactive. And then boron, around here. Okay, metalloid. So let's go with argon. When solid lithium fluoride is added to water, that'll be exciting hopefully. So we have lithium, metal, and fluorine, non-metal, those react. It's going to be ionic. It's asking us that, yep. Ionic, and it should conduct electricity. Okay, molecular ones don't conduct electricity usually, and those would be two non-metals put together. Let's have a look at 18. So here we have iron plus something equals iron oxide. So to me that looks like corrosion. So we're going to rust a piece of iron with some oxygen to make iron oxide, to make rust. So what are we adding? Oxygen, not oxide. Okay, this is iron oxide, but you would add iron and oxygen. And the law of conservation of mass says whatever you have on the left-hand side for reactants is how much mass you need to have on the right-hand side. So 56 plus what is 72? And the math, okay, gives you 16. So 56 plus 16 is 72. Reacts to form that much. Number 19. So we are going to dilute a concentrated acid. So we start with reactants that are 20 degrees, and you put them together, and we have an increase in temperature. Okay, the products are now warmer than the reactants were. So what's happened here? We have released heat in that reaction because it's heated up the water. So what's happened here? Okay, so it's an exothermic reaction because they're releasing heat, and that increases the temperature. Yep. In an experiment, they put some nails and try to rust them. Okay, so they want to see which one dissolved the most, which one corroded the most in 20 minutes. Okay, so they should use the same mass each time, same surface area. Okay, so which one is going to react most readily? So which one dissolves the most, basically? Okay, so before 1.1 and a 0.6, we probably want to do percentage. Okay, so this is, it went down by 0.5. This one went down by 0.6. This one went down by 0.3. This one went down by 0.4. Okay, so there's the least amount of this one, so I'd go with metal X. Not my favorite question. A researcher hypothesized ultraviolet radiation prevents pigeon eggs from hatching. Oh, we have to wait for this one because this is the next unit. Stay tuned.